Select the order.
All right. Welcome to Hawajai. Okay, so let's see. Oh, my notes aren't up. Hawajai as a character is as far as difficulty, I didn't actually put a difficulty down. I said he's very technical, which you can take that to mean different things. His combos aren't terribly difficult, although there are really... It's not about the execution, really. It's about the knowledge of the game, and like... that's really it. Is knowledge. If you know what's happening, you shouldn't drop a combo. But the thing is, your combos can go different ways depending on what you did previously, what you started the combo with, the timing of your drive cancels, your spacing. There's so many things that go into his combos that can just kind of mix up how you need to how you need to actually do them. So he's very technical. And you kind of know how to play against him in order to actually contest him as a character, because he's got some very weird things, especially with this move. He cross you up like that. His damage is really good if you optimize his combos, but there's a lot of his stuff is actually unsafe. Things that look unsafe aren't unsafe, and things that look safe aren't safe. So, really, you just need to know how to interpret frame data and punish accordingly. Still, he is really annoying to deal with. He can cross you from the mid range. Even better while drunk. And drunk is one of his supers, and this is not something that I'm going to be covering in this video. I will avoid the drink completely, although I will talk about what it does. Everything changes when you're drunk, so anyway, I'll get to that when I get there. Now, normals. Spinning A is actually a pretty good poke. It goes really far. You can hit 3 of them. You can use this to anti-air hops, as usual. Right, let's see if I can get this one. Like this. Well, Joe hops really high, apparently. It's one of the better ones. It's not the best. It's not like like Daimon sits really high up. He's pretty tall, but he's not that tall. It's all you really need in a standing jab is in this thing. So, and it is plus on block. It's plus 2 on block, and it's 5 frames. Crouching A goes nowhere, but it's 4 frames. It has its uses. You can link certain things off of it, like that. But other than that, you don't really see it used too often. It doesn't have the range that it needs to be used over light kick. Standing light kick is actually 5 frames, and it's a pretty good poke. Although It's kind of like Iori standing light kick, but not quite as long as range. It is cancelable and chainable into a slide, so a string you might look like this. And speaking of crouching light kick, that is 4-frame low chain. This is actually +3 on block. Both his plus are both his crouching lights are plus on block. I believe this looks yeah, like that. Let's see. Overall, it's just, you really want to be using his like strings and various timings, you know. Mix up between standing jab, crouching jab, and crouching light kick, depending on your range, and then go into standing light kick and then slide. Combo after that. Let's see. Close hard punch is a 5-frame normal. This is your main heavy combo starter. It'll go with it'll slide, it'll combo into certain things. It's basically just a close hard punch, you know. It doesn't do anything else besides act as a frame trap or combo tool. Far hard punch is actually pretty useful. It's 6 frames, and it looks like King's hard punch, but it's not quite as good. It's a little bit slower and doesn't hit quite as high up, but it's still really good. Like if you do this right, if you space this right, you can actually combo off of a slide with a far hard punch. Whatever. And it is cancelable, so that's really useful too. It's not chainable though, unless you're in HD. Oh, not even in HD. But you know, you can find uses to cancel here. You know. But yeah, its range is bigger than you think it is, and it's got pretty good priority. The only issue is you can't link, or you can't cancel it into slide. It's pretty bad. Crouching hard punch is a similar story. You really only see this in links like this, like that. It has its uses in the neutral for like with punishing, I guess, but you're not going to answer with it probably, and it's not going to work too well as a poke from say so yeah, that's where hard kick comes in. Hard kick is really good. Look, his range is really good. It goes really far. It goes to about here. Ooh, it goes really far. It goes further than it looks because he takes a small step forward when he does it. Unfortunately, it's not cancelable or tunable except while in HD. Not even in HD. Wow, that's interesting. Oh, it is cancelable. Just not into that move, I guess. What? That's weird. Anyway, close hard kick is a slower version of hard punch. It's actually 6 frames. So if you want to try a different frame trap timing, you could use close hard kick. Let me check its active frames. I didn't check that. It's actually, that's pretty good. Yeah, you can get that to be +7 on block if you do it right. That's pretty meaty. Let's put him on. Like, that's plus on block. Yeah, you can get to be that's be pretty freaking plus on block, and it's cancelable. So As far as crouching light, hard kick, it's a really good poke, it's a really good trip. And it actually will chain into his slide or cancel into his special move. It's pretty good. So you can like do 5 pokes and do that. Oh, maybe not. Maybe you can only get 3. Huh. Anyway, it's only 7 frames. It's pretty quick. It's not like a Athena, but you know, it reaches long enough. Is the point. It doesn't reach the range of hard kick, but it is again chainable. So let's see. He has 1 command normal, which is a slide. If you do it point blank, you're -4, but if you space it perfectly, you can actually get it to be +5. If you space it perfectly on block. So you can just kind of do this, and you're pretty safe. You kind of have to deal with that, so let's see if we can get a good example. Come on. There we go. You can space it to be pretty freaking safe. And it is cancelable. That's really useful. That's your main combo tool is slide. Let's see. CD is actually pretty slow at 14 frames, but it goes super far. It goes so far. This far, right there. And it's cancelable, so... and at worst it's +4, so... Only range, +4. It's pretty good. This is what you want to use after 3 pokes, I guess. If not standing hard kick. The CD cancel, if there's something that's safe on block. Can't chain out of it though. Let's see. As far as anti-air goes, he actually doesn't have much, honestly. Like, hard punch will work, jab will work, but like, hard punch is actually probably better. It's just slower. Hard kick doesn't have quite the angle that it needs to be used. And light kick, no. Just no. Probably not gonna work. Light kick, yeah. And CD, nah. Crouching normals, no. What he has is a really good uppercut, so I'll get to that later on. Next on my list is throw. It knocks down, but it's a soft knockdown, and you really can't get off of it. This is standard for characters with high damage. Is the only way to get like offense off of a throw is in a corner. So yeah, you really can't follow up with offense unless you like do something really gimmicky. Jumping normals. He's got quite a few useful ones. Let's go and crouch here. Jab, unfortunately, it whiffs on, I believe, everyone crouching. I didn't check on Diamond One though. But what it is used for is it is active forever. Not literally forever, but it's active for a pretty long time. You can catch jumps and stand guards with it, like that. You can just kind of hit it really, really early, and it'll beat things out. It's pretty slow, actually. It's 7 frames is what I would say. Let me double. Yeah, it's 7 frames. It's pretty slow to come out, but it's active for 10 frames. So you know, Let's see. B is an easy cross-up. Easy, easy, easy. You're just trying to do this. This is basically what it's used for, is cross-ups. As for hard punch, this is what you want to use in like deeper jump-ins. So catch and crouching. Or you could also use hard kick for the range. And these will both cross up. See if we can get a range here. This can cross up. Jumping C can cross up, but it's kind of hard. Let's see. There we go. That was a cross up. That was a cross up. Hard kick is a little bit easier. But really, you want to use it for its range and its overheadness. Because CD is up next. And this is perfectly horizontal, so you can use this to beat anything in the air. It's one of the fastest CDs in the game. It's 9 frames, so it's really fast, and it has really good reach. I believe it reaches a little, maybe not quite as far horizontally, but it really hits a better air-to-air angle. You can just kind of jump up and do this, and they can't like approach you. Unless they time the jumping right. Oh well. Whatever. All of his normals really have a use in the air. As far as cancelable ones, I believe they're all cancelable. Okay, light kick appears to not be cancelable. But light punch, hard punch, and hard kick are in the CD is. And I believe this can cross up too. I didn't check this, but I believe it can. You're super jumping. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, there we go. Specials. He only has 3. But this is gonna... Even though he only has 3, 2 of them are airborne as well. So... Let's just get right into this. First he has an uppercut. This is an 8-frame uppercut. And the light version is completely invincible. 8 frames. Again, anti-air, reversal, beats frame traps, etc., etc., etc. The hard kick version goes at a different angle. It travels pretty far. But it's minus a billion on block. Obviously, light version is minus a billion. Hard version is minus a billion. But you can space it like this to be pretty good. Really, this is mainly used in combos, but you can try and poke with it from like the far range, trying to block the very edge of it and coax a reaction. Let's see, the EX one is very special. It has some follow-up. So all this is you hit a direction and a kick. So let's see if I can show you in the command list. EX dragon kick follow-up. It says any direction, almost any direction, plus a kick. So you just do 1. You can go left, left. You can go left, right. You can go right, up. Well, not up. Diagonally up. You can't go straight up or straight down. But you can go any of the diagonals, or left or right. And if you do this correctly, and you end with the down forward one, you're pretty safe, but not really. You're -5 at best if you hit with the very edge of it. So, yeah. Let's see. You can try and fake him out by that's really punishable. Obviously, it's really bad, but you're really far away. You can just kind of do that. Although the range on it is not what it seems, actually, because it goes in the air very quickly. So if they're like any further away than this, it's not going to actually hit them. See? So, you can't really poke with it like you can the hard kick version. Like that. Ooh, hold on. There we go. That's pretty safe. But what this does is it actually has anywhere juggle on it. So if I jump in the CD, I can't combo off of that, right? Well, the EX version actually has anywhere juggle, so you can combo into it that way, which allows certain combos like this. Like that. You can end your combo with a close hard punch and then cancel it for more. The air version, the light kick version goes down at like a 40-ish degree angle, and the hard one goes horizontal. This is pretty useful. You can actually get this to be plus on block if you do it right. That's actually a plus on block. If you tag your knee it, you can get it to be a +4 on block at best. However, the hard one, no. EX1, you're actually -5 at best, is what my notes say. Yeah. So, if you want to like catch them blocking, the only way that they're going to be able to actually punish you is if you hit them like high up, and you're actually minus. As for the hard kick version, really, I only use this in HG corner carry combos. What's this guy in the background doing? What's that? Is he laughing? I think he's laughing. I think he's being tickled. Anyway, the EX1 I never used ever. It's basically useless. This thing, you can do the follow-ups off of it, and this does have anywhere juggle property, but it's not very useful in my opinion. On hit, these actually launch for juggles, so it's pretty useful. Like, you'll see me do a lot of this combo, like that. And I'll get into how to do that when I get there. That's it for this move, the uppercut. Next is the most important one, and I have like I have like 7 lines of notes on this thing. I have 6 lines. Okay, so the ground version, you need to understand this frame data here. If you're standing and you block the light one, you're -2. If you're crouching, you're -2. Okay? So you can absolutely punish this. Absolutely punish this. It's always punishable on block at -2 and point blank range with a 1-finger command grab. However, it can actually cross you up if it's spaced correctly. It'll actually cross up from close range. Let's see if I can do this. There we go. But it's still -2. It's still minus, okay? The light one is really fast, but always minus. On block. If you hit with it, I believe you're +1. If my memory is correct. Because you can't super after it, which is 2 frames. Let's see. Quarterback B. Quarterback B, where are you? Quarterback B is 17 frames, +1 on hit, -2 on block. Okay. Now, things get different when we talk about the hard kick version. If you're standing and you block the hard kick version, you're -5. That is a full punish, guaranteed, if you block this thing standing. However, if you're crouching, then it hits lower in the animation and you're -2. Yes, then you're -2. Now, there's another thing to consider, and that is when you're in the corner against standing, it hits twice, and you're actually +2 on block. This move is really, really, really good in the corner. Same thing on crouching. You're +2. The hit is guaranteed. Oops. +2. Boom. But there's a way to do this mid-screen as well. So if you do this correctly, if you do 2 pokes into hard kick version, you'll actually cross them up, and it pushes them closer, so you get both hits, and you're +2 again, like that. Or just close high punch. Standing CD, not so much. So the way to counter this move is, well, it's really freaking slow, basically. Like if, let's see, so like right there, right about there is when the block stun is actually excuse me, is actually over, and you can uppercut, you can roll. If your character's jab is good enough, you can actually jab him out of that or do something quick. It's not guaranteed to come out. Uppercut, roll, or anti-air, basically. Some crouch hard punches, like I bet matures would work here. So that's how you beat that, is by anti-airing it, or just blocking it standing. The issue is when you get crossed up. So I think that's a move that people were complaining about for a very long time, until people actually figured out that how the frame data worked on it. Basically, if Wild Guy's just kind of doing this, block high, and if it doesn't cross up, you get a full punish. The EX version is this double thing. It's not an overhead. I thought, oh, what the heck? It crossed up. I don't know if that actually... Let me do this. Let me stand block. Okay, they had to block that cross up. That's crazy. Anyway, ignoring that, we're about we cancel. Wow. So if you crouch on that second hit, you're actually crossed up. So you might want to stand block. Anyway, on block, this move is, I believe, always just -2. Let me check my notes. I apparently didn't write it down. No, it's +1? Really? Yeah, it's +1. +1 on block. Huh. So you could just kind of throw this out there. As far as properties of this, Joe has a fireball here. The light one really doesn't go over fireballs, but the hard one will, assuming that you timed it right. Okay, if you're late, you're probably gonna get hit in the face, like that. If you're early, you're gonna get hit on the way down. The EX one is invincible to projectiles, so it'll just go straight through them, and you can use this from like this range to reaction punish fireballs. So it's pretty good. We apparently didn't combo last time. That was weird. Anyway, moving on. Oh, another thing that you could do is guard cancel blowback, because if you actually guard cancel blowback, no matter what version of this move I use, it's always going to hit me, including the air versions. well, including the light air version. However, the horror version kind of moves you backwards. So, you know. Anyway. Speaking of the air version, the light version is really good. So what these do is the light one will carry whatever momentum that you had. So if you jump up, you'll go up. If you're falling down, you'll go down. If you jump back, you'll go up and backward. If you're falling down, forward jump, forward jump. On block, this is very plus. Let me see if I can do this differently. If you do it off the ground, you're quite punishable, but if you do it on the way down, you're plus. In fact, you're at best plus 11. And you can cancel this off of air normals, which is pretty cool. So it's very useful as like a jumping tool. You can just kind of do this, and if they don't know how to beat it, then, you know. The hard kick version doesn't carry your momentum, it always pushes you backwards. So, you can jump, forward jump, and back jump. You always get shot backwards. This is a combo tool in the corner, mainly. Like that. However, it can be made 0 on block at the best timing. So I'll try and shut that off. That was about 0. The EX version is similar, except it goes really freaking far for no reason. You can just kind of... I don't know what this meant, what move is meant to be used for. I don't ever use it. Ever. Honestly. It just kind of hits from far away. But that's basically useless when you have this thing, which is plus on block. And goes through fireballs. Like, this is just not useful. Let's see. That's really all there is to that move, honestly. He has one more move, which is the least complicated, I guess. He has quarter punch. Now, the light one does 4 hits, 3 hits, and then the hard one does 6 hits. And what you can do is you can cancel into another quarter punch, and it does this a jab, and then an uppercut, like that. And you can cancel this on every hit except for the last hit. So if you cancel the first hit, you get 3 total hits. If you cancel the second hit, you get 4 total hits, but you can't cancel the third hit. Oh, maybe you can. I lied. 4 hits. There you go, 5 hits. Same is true for this one. Except you actually can't cancel the first hit. You have to go at least 2 hits into it. And drive cancel for more. This actually gives you a half juggle state. On both just the one and the follow-up, it's a half juggle state, so. You'll see this sometimes with combos. It's pretty fast. It's 10 frame startup, so you know. So I do something like this. Let's see. Like that or something. I'll use it in some combos, but I really don't ever use this thing. It's not very useful unless you're going to use it to drive cancel, and I really don't recommend that because you just did like 3 hits when you could have done 1 hit. Anyway, let's see. On block, these are actually -1 and -2 on block. -1, -2, and if you go into the follow-up, you're -1 billion, so don't ever follow up. Really. The EX version goes a little bit further, and it like moves forward slightly. And this is -3 on block, and this actually pops up for a full juggle. Like that. kind of useful in the corner combos. You don't really get anything mid-screen, except the super. Speaking of supers, that's next on our list here. Oh, this is 6 frames startup by the way, 6 frames. So if something's -6 over here, you know, use it. Oh, if you don't space these right, then your follow-ups will miss. So say you wanted to combo into this. If you didn't do it, if you don't late cancel the slide, then your hits might miss. Like that. So be very careful. Supers. He has 3 supers and a Neomax. First is this thing. This is a 7 frames invincible super. This is one of the best supers in the game. It goes really far and really fast. It goes to about here. There's a bunch of times. It does 2 hits of 4. Well, let's see. It does 2 hits of 20 and 1 hit of 40, and that's actually unscaled damage. So that's always 80 damage. So. Oops. Oops. Let me get this hit here. Right now he's at 130 health, and then it did 210. Okay, so 130 to 210 is 80 damage. So we'll combo into this. That was 396. So adding 80, it should be doing 472 or 6. 476. I don't know why I said 2. I thought 6 instead 2. Anyway. So that's 80 unscaled damage. This one, the EX version, is faster on startup, is invincible, carries them all the way to the corner, by the way. Check this out. From this corner. To that corner. Instantly. And does 90 unscaled damage. If you want some more damage, use the EX version instead. It's also faster, so some juggles can only be used with the EX version. Let's see. Next move is 2 frame command grab. This is not 1 frame, although they can't react to it. It's not jumpable after the flash, but it's quite a bit of damage. So the light version is a 2 frame command grab punish tool, or I guess mix-up tool. Although it's kind of hard to run into this. The hard version leaps forward and then grabs. And I believe that startup is... I didn't write it down, but anyway. This does grant a hard knockdown, so you can do this kind of weird setup off of it. Let me get full screen here. You can do backwalk into super jump, and it might cross up. Almost. Let's see. Really, this is only a mix-up tool, honestly. Like you could argue it's kind of hard to react to which super he's doing, and if you know, it's really freaking bad. Don't actually do this, but like sometimes at this range, theoretically, if they're not looking for it, they might see the super jab or the super grab and think it's the uppercut and block, and then they just get grabbed. But that's not legit at all. Don't do that. Next super, his last super, is actually the drink, and this is invincible. Not for very long, but it is. Yeah, you saw it kind of go through him there. I'll get it eventually. I'm so wrecked, that's why. There we go. Ah, almost. No. There we go. It is invincible for 16 frames and then vulnerable for 12 frames, so you have 28 frames to punish this thing. When it does come out, it lasts for about 15 seconds. It's like 9 or 10 counts on the KOF clock. And during this, a couple of things happen. One, you get a damage boost of like 14. It's between 14 and 15%. So this jab does 25. Now it does 28. Close hard punch you do 70, so it's 80. It's about 1/7 damage increase, but it's not quite. It's a little bit lower or higher. It's almost 1/7 damage increase. So. But also, a lot of his moves get different properties. So this is his command grab without drinks and with drinks. He gets the damage boost, but he also gets this extra hit at the end for a lot of damage. And all of these are really good now. All of these are really good. You can just he becomes a different character when he's drunk, okay? So if you want to be a very, very good Hawajai player, you need to use this. It's very, very powerful. However, that is a different video. This video is for no drinks Hawajai. This is basics. Otherwise the video would be way too long. Let's see. So, what else can I mention about that? The only thing that you need to know for now is that this is a nightmare. This is a nightmare when he's drunk. A nightmare. Standing block plus. Maybe -1 or something. That's very plus. Like, this just becomes really hard to deal with, and it crosses up so much easier. Even on standing opponents, so this will cross up. Yeah. This is really hard to deal with, so it's really all you need to know is block. While he's drunk, block. Block, block, block. Neomax. This is an interesting move. It hits a couple of times. Let me get into the block here. The important hit is this first hit. If that first hit actually lands and they don't block it, you get this thing and a whole bunch of damage. However, if it's not hit, and the first hit misses, then the rest of them connect and you get significantly less damage. But now you can actually juggle after it to get, similar results. If you watch combo videos, this is going to be in it, probably. However, for the combos in this video, I don't use it. It's not very useful for practical uses. It is 8 frames, so you can use it to punish things from, like, this is range, but I really wouldn't. And that being said, that's actually it for his moves. And now we're moving on to combos. There will be a link in the description to a hitbox video. A lot of combos in this came directly from that video, so check out the video. It's really useful. They show all the combos in slow motion with all the inputs. And they even go over some drunk combos. If you want to learn how to play drunk Bajai right now, go ahead. As for starters, he really has two big ones. He has Lobby Stamby Slide and cancel into something, and he has 5C Slide. I'm not sure why I'm saying 2B. Crouch B, Stand B Slide, Close C Slide. There you go. If you're in the corner and you're like sexy, I don't know, then you can do this double one frame link. Like that. Oh, almost. And you can HD off of that for more damage. Let's see. That's it for starters, really. Jumping with this. As far as jumping in with this, though, I do want to say, if you do a jumping normal and then cancel it into the light wheel kick, light punch will miss on crouchers. Hard punch will actually hit, but the wheel kick will not. So you need to use hard kick. And you can get whatever the heck you want. Let's see. Mid-screen combos. For no meter, you really have two options, but one is better than the other. Slide and just go uppercut, or you could try to get the full hit of this, but it's really hard and I can't do it. And it will do 5 points more damage or less. So you really shouldn't be doing that, because if you do mess it up, not only are you losing damage and a knockdown, you're actually punishable on whiff. So just do the heavy uppercut. For a bar, what you want to use is actually a super grab. Will do the most damage. Ooh. That's unfortunate. Try this again. There we go. 319 versus the other super. I didn't slide. 319, I believe it was, versus 303. So it's actually less damage. Oh, this is not a hard knockdown. I didn't talk about this, but this is not a hard knockdown. The grab is, and the EX version is, but the light version of the uppercut super is not. Let's see. For a drive, you have two options. One easy, one's hard. You have this thing. You can do the heavy uppercut. Drive cancel the second hit into the air light kick, wheel kick, and then hit hard kick or something. And you'll get pretty good damage off of that. Or if you're really good, you can actually delay cancel the uppercut like this. Like that, and you get two wheel kicks instead. Which will look like this. Oh. So basically, you're just hitting the air wheel kick later than normal. Like like that, and then hard kick after it. Let me just show it works. It's pretty quick. So. That's too close to the corner. Wrong move. Oh boy. That's not gonna work. There we go. It works. It's better Kora Carry, better damage, quite a bit better damage. It's like 50 more damage, 44 more damage. Anyway, for a bar and a drive, you have the basics. Same thing as before, except instead of doing hard kick, you do super. Keep doing the first hit. I don't know how. That's really hard to do, actually. Super. Or good damage and Kora Carry. And that's it for mid-street combos. You really don't want to spend too much more than that. Maybe the EX super instead if you really want to carry him to the corner, but in the corner you have the same combos as mid-screen for meterless. However, you can also do this. It's really hard. And you can actually link off that. A standing light kick. So, anyway, let's see. Corner. Okay, so for one bar, you can do this. Okay, now this. Go into the EX punches, and then do heavy uppercut, and then standing high punch like this. Like that, pretty easy. The hard version is actually using this thing. So the way to use this is you just go DP and then up forward. So what I do is I do forward, quarter forward, up forward, light kick. Okay, like that. So look at my inputs. Just do that input and then hold and then button hold. Okay. Now there's another gimmick to this. If you cancel into the EX too early, you're actually not in range. So you need to wait slightly, okay? And where am I? Okay, and then after that you do, let's see. Not that, don't do that. Like that. And it, whoops, and then you have enough time to get a crouching light punch after it, so. Like that, there we go. And that's for just one bar. For a drive, you can do this. Let's see. The easy version of this one. It's pretty easy. All you do is 2 hits, cancel into the air heavy wheel kick, grounded light wheel kick, standing hard punch. That's all it is. However, there is a harder version which does a lot more damage. A lot more damage, and you're gonna want to practice this, and that is look at the range that I'm hitting with on the hard kick uppercut here. It's really, really far away. You don't want that. You want to delay it so it hits close like that. And then 2 hits, drive cancel, and then you get another hard kick version like this. And it should hit 3 times, okay? And then you get another uppercut, it's like this. And then hard punch. This works. Ah, I swear it works. There you go. That's really good damage for just one drive. That was one drive, no bars. If you want to spend a bar and a drive, then you can get the same damage for easy, as an easy combo. So like this. Let's see, where am I? So like this, like that. It's the exact same as the easy version combo for a drive, but instead of a hard punch, you put a super at the end. But the hard combo is this, and it looks kind of weird. Let's see. There you go. So for like 90 more damage. And what this is it's the same as before, where you have to delay the hard kick, uppercut on the slide. Slide cancel. But instead of going into the heavy uppercut, you do the instant air kick, quarter jab, level 1 super. For just 2 bars, you have a really easy combo like this. Do this, uppercut, super. It's the same as the easy 1 bar combo. If you want to spend a drive, you can do 2 bars, 1 drive for like this. Let's see. For easy combo, you can do this. That's the same as all the 1 drive combos so far, except you burn a level 2 super instead. However, again, there is a harder one. There's actually a medium version one. I'll go ahead and show this one off. This is a pretty cool one. And drive cancel. Yeah, okay. So it'll look like this. This is kind of hard. Kind of hard. I got 3 hits. There you go. So try and copy that with a 612 damage. It's quite a bit more, but there is an even better one that is a lot more. In fact, like 100, like, let's see, it is 53 more damage than that one. So it is this. It's basically the same as the other combo I showed you before, but with level 2 super instead. And instead of the crouch jab, you just level 2 super. Yes. Come on. I didn't super, I forgot. Level 2. That should be 665. Yep. Yay! For just 3 bars, you have a very simple combo. That's not the buttons. Try it again. 3 bars, no drive, you get a good chunk of damage. For no drive, that's pretty good. And that's all the combos I've written down without HD, so let's get into HD combos really quickly. I'm just burning through this, aren't I? Let's see. In the corner, let me start with the corner combos. You actually have two options. One's easy, one's hard. That's the easy one. All it is heavy uppercut, 2 hits, light wheel kick. Do that 4 times, so that on the 5th uppercut, do the heavy wheel kick instead, heavy wheel kick, and then close hard punch, or level 1 super, or level 2 super, depending on how much meter that you want to spend. Really easy. However, there's a harder one that uses a little bit of a variance in your cancels like this. Almost. That's the input. Oops. You actually get a... Yeah, you do. Okay. I'll show you this real fast. And then from there you get whatever you want. Actually, you can get a Kora in there too. So, I'll do it one more time. Nope. And you have your option of hard punch, level 1 super, level 2 super, just like last time. And this will do slightly more damage. 900 for a bar is pretty darn good. However, if you're far away, you really don't have a good one. This is the one that I would use, although honestly, I wouldn't ever HD with him full screen like this. Because that combo actually works from really far away. It works from about here. As long as you can hit with the first hit of the uppercut, you're fine. Oh, not quite. Yeah, you're fine. But if you do need the Kora Carry, this is what the combo looks like. So this is pretty awkward. It is the same starter, but then you use light uppercut instead, and then drive cancel it to the heavy uppercut, and you recover in time to keep going. So again, late cancel into the quarterback D, heavy uppercut, drive cancel the second hit into quarterback D, and then the same enters as before, so like this. Wait, let me check that real fast. Yep, okay. I delayed too much, I think. That's a weird input. There's really no shortcut for that. Ugh. Okay, one more time, then I'll go. Okay, maybe one more time. One more time. One more. Now I want to play Persona 5. One more. That's not gonna work. That was too high. Oh god. Whatever. One more try. Oh, I missed my Tiger Knee, come on! You just Tiger Knee, or A, and then your choice of punch, level 1 super or level 2 super. So none of those use Neo Max, so they're pretty easy, and that's it for my notes. And that's it. for the video, honestly. I do want to. I do want to talk about like how to beat this. How do you deal with someone who's just doing wheel kick, wheel kick, wheel kick?
Select your character.
Like Daimon, right? Like, oh, I'm so big, he keeps hitting me. You know.
Select the order.
So. You can react to this and roll away, and you're safe. Or you hit him out of it with a jab like that, or maybe that, like this, like that. Or you could try and go there. Jump is bad, don't jump. Run is bad, don't run. Backdash will actually not work too well, so really you want to either block standing, although again if you're in the corner, you're probably not going to be doing too. Oh wow, Daimon's so tall. This is a bad matchup then. He might not be able to punch that. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, I just wanted to show that off because it's not as good as it looks. Honestly, there's plenty of ways around it. It's kind of like Yuri's dive kick, but a little bit better. It's a little less varied, but a little bit stronger. So, anyway, that's gonna be the Wajai video. Hope you enjoyed it. But again, more importantly, I hope you learned something from it. And I'll see you in the next video.